Kembo na tatanzambi Yamazulu. Bayete nkosi Kembo hallelujah. Away no siemi Kembo tekeno. Luvuvamu Yala. All praises. Kembo na tatanzambi hallelujah. I give honor to Kuswa Kongo, the Tatanzambi Mpungu, Kuswa Kongo, Yepowa. I give honor to the Mondavelada, the true set-apart spirit of the Most High. We give honor to the Pemba Kalunga, Yenge Pemba Kalunga, Yenge, Assalamu Maliki Makongo, to the angels of the Most High. We give honor to you as well. Bawa di Kolile for the honors against you, Yah. Indeed, it's another hot day here after some really interesting storms. We're going to get into all of that right now as to what's going to be the upcoming agenda for the world and things that they don't know about. The Evil Twin Initiative, the real reason why they created Sorcerer, and they're just going to watch your back. It's always been, we have had a knife in our back because of the fact that people have been lying about a lot of things. Today is going to be a day of revelation as to who is your friend and who is your enemy. And your enemy is always going to be the people who do not want to leave a system that is basically designed to self-terminate. And we're going to get into that in a few minutes because of the deception that's been brought to many people. Everything was about a countdown. Everything was about termination. Everything was about the Terminator agenda. I'm going to take you back to post-Civil War and some things that are going to actually mimic that here in the next few months. The colonial objective and the recolonization initiative that will soon be part of what I'm going to talk about, where the whole world is, the intent is to create penal colonies. All praises, like what they showed you on Hunger Games. And so we're going to talk about that. Mana kumbase, mana velana sayiseto, that the zombie is us, Brother Trey and Christina, come humbly before your throne, your Yah, to once again inform the world of the intentions of the enemy and the plans that are unfolding that people don't even know. They've walked into the biggest bear trap they've ever seen. Everything was about mind control and manipulation and misdirection, the bringing forth of knowledge that was useless for those who don't know what they've been learning. And we pray Tatanzami for those who are continuing to push us into a system of self-termination, that they will realize it was all part of the objective to exterminate the darker races off the face of the earth. And we pray Tatanzami that initiative that started back when colonial powers went into play, that is indeed continuing to be the initiative of how they keep replacing the dark for light and the real purpose that they have for darker skinned people and the true God that's behind it and all the things that are happening. Bayete Nkosi Kembo hallelujah. Ingita Mana Kumbase Imana Velana Sayiseto. Okay. I'm gonna send again Tunuma Vimpi Muna Natanzambi Punga Talendo. We are doing well by the grace of the Most High. Inki Vingi Dingi. What are we waiting for? Beto, Elo. Let's see. We is beta. Beta. That's what beta really means, is us. Beta. That's how you see why you got beta. Okay, that's us. One of us. They're not going to tell you the farm set. Vingi Dingi Tata Kongo. The follow truth. So beta really means us. That's why if you see in the movie I, Robot, they say one of us. It's a hive mind. Okay? There's a hive mind under the Most High and there's a hive mind under Lucifer. So beta is the Kikongo word for us. Okay? So that's where they got this whole concept of us versus them. And them would be Yeto, they, or them. So beta is us, and Yeto is them. Oh, wow. Wow, they, wow. So you say, wow. That means they or them. Okay? W-A-U. And then they spell it W-O-W. Okay, wow means they. Okay, so we're going to get into it. Mono means I, and ge means you, or also can mean king. Yandi, he or she. Mena means I. Beta means us. Beno, you all. Beno. Okay, vowel, they, or vowel can also be father. Yeto, they. Yeno, you all, or wow, them. So it's beta means us, or yao, wow means them. So when you keep saying here, say wow, they're talking about you, the enemy. And you're not beta, which means you're not one of us. Okay. So now we're going to get into the song. Again, I don't own the rights to it. It's not for any and all, it's not for redistribution of any kind. It's not for any misuse or anything of that nature, but for the edification of this channel. Let me share my screen. Hold on. I don't know, they turn on my speakers. My apologies. Getting up there. Shows. All right, here we go. Kongo tata zambe, tata zambe. Kongo tata zambe, tata zambe, tata zambe, tata zambe. Take a look at those three pictures right there. I'm going to go over Ham, Shin, and Japheth and why the melanated people are always going to be endangered species. All right, Kimbo, and Zambia, Mazulu. Today I'm going to talk about a topic referencing that and I give him his honor. Dr. Ray Higgins did a story a few years, started with the King Alfred plan back in early 2000s, shortly after 9/11. And the reason why he caught a lot of flack about it is because he basically was starting to destroy the basic dynamics of what Christianity was based off of. And why he was in danger is because Rome they know what this is. And the good thing that I like about some of our people, and I know it's not always easy because there are those of us who have light to actually expose things. There was a real Messiah, but the way they taught him was not the way that you think. That's why even Kimbangu and Toko both said, do not throw the Bible away, but we use it to catch the thief. So then to go out and say the Bible was 100% true is why they deceived the missionaries. The missionaries think, just like all those who do missionary work, it's all about a hidden agenda. The people who send the people on the missionaries, they know the objective. They saying we're going to teach the word of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. When really the indigenous people, and this is how many they lied about it, they knew that it was still Sol Invictus. And that's why you had to kill them. They had to be killed because they recognized it's still the sun god we worship. So they eliminated the darker skinned races who were well aware, and then they replaced them with, like this one lady even said, many of the Native Americans the reason why they don't have the real original history is because it was taught to them because they're not the originals. The Jewish people created this program in the 1800s, and we'll get into that. Not to say that, it's just that, not to say the rich people, correct myself, the rich people created this program back in the 1800s, which was the objective that they were going to eliminate any and all doctrines, and they burned the books and they destroyed the history because they did not want the world to know that the melanated race was in fact the creation of all things. However, that doesn't mean they were all good. That's the problem. And the issue is with Tatanzambi saying many of the things were stolen by the fallen angels to teach the other races to do the things they were not supposed to do. And this is why the goat god became a friend to every civilization, including the ones that including the fact that he should have never been a part of ours. And that's why he talks about the fact that when we did our sacrifices to forgive our sins, it was always with a spiteful heart, and they're not being. He didn't really want these type of sacrifices, and all the things people don't know is that it comes back to what Adamo did. He sacrificed, and he wasn't supposed to do that because he didn't need to do the things that he did. Yes, the Father did do these things because he tolerated it. Okay, that's what people don't understand is he knows that the world became wicked. That's when we get back to what he told to Abana when he allowed sin to be tolerated. But Davidi himself says, you do not want these things. Okay, now they say that Christianity is the one that took it away. That's a lie. Okay, the problem is that Masinisi, who was the high priest, he is the one that determines what goes in as a sacrifice and what doesn't. The argument is with those who are still deceived by the physical temple of Baal, of the goat god. The whole world runs off of these two temples, but the rich people or the powerful elites, they act like it's not. They act the opposite. Okay, so this is why we're in so much. We're being whipped, basically, by, back in the days of slavery when they used to complain about each other and who didn't carry their weight and they used to make it up. Well, basically, that's what the rich elites are doing to the black elites who are lower, is you're being whipped. And of course, they used to put us in the prisons, on the plantation. Okay, all they did was turn that into what they now call the Department of Corrections worldwide, actually, in America. And it was a way for the lower class to still provide a form of labor out of the hatred that they engineered on purpose, but whites and blacks, like the skinheads, the Ku Klux Klan, all of these things were actually engineered. It wasn't actually or true. And and some other things that happened even before, it was all based off a hidden objective of those who used it to control people. That's why I said the whole drug thing and everything like that is kind of a deception, because money is being made on both sides. People are getting rich off of it. Okay, either what the legal side or the so-called legal side, it's all hypocrisy. All right. So now, when you're going to look at everything that has been done is based off of the Babylonian Talmud. Okay, the Bible is based off the Babylonian Talmud. The Quran is based off the Babylonian Talmud, because when the Germanic tribes began to take over, they changed a lot of things about what was being written in the scriptures and what was being translated. And this happened roughly soon when the war between Rome and the Khazarian Empire took place, in the Byzantium and the Ashkenazi people. When them in Rome were going at it, they were still sacrificing to the same god Zeus, whether they knew it or not. So in reality, so we broke a record. You all right? So now, what we're going to find out is the reason why families, and you heard what that witches and the warlock was saying, and they're kind of breaking their silence now, and she was scapegoated, I think, to show you that everything is about spirituality and feeding the vampires. Now, people say vampires don't exist. Well, what do you think Satan is? Okay, he's a vampire. Okay, the werewolves, all of these creatures, these are demons. Okay, the demonic, they make you think they don't exist because they need, first of all, they need melanin. So that's why I don't trust anything the Anunnaki say, because they are demons and they need melanin. Okay, that's the reason why when the fathers, when you see the variations in the races and they say, oh, our father created that. No, he did not. The Anunnaki did. The variations came from many curses that started to instigate over the people fighting with wars. Okay. That's the reason why the Anunnaki are sitting here lying to people, because they have also sustained the same judgments. Okay. People don't know that all the Babylonian and Canaanite gods were black. Okay. They have modified themselves to match the curses of Cain. So that's why we keep talking about it's leprosy, and they're modifying this leprosy in order to make people think that the Father is incorporating this into everybody, when the secret societies and everybody else knows that it's part of the deception. Man, I feel weird. You feel weird? No. Sorry. A lot of things happening today. I think it has something to do with what's going on in the air, or some other things. But anyway, all praises. We're going to get into the book of Ezekiel. And there's a reason why they don't want this message to come out. And I can tell that they're frustrated, and we're dealing with a lot of spirituality. You know, stuff comes through, people don't understand that stuff comes to your television, stuff comes to your body. They want to create a lot of discomfort. You're being injured. We're being manipulated in a way, in a system that they don't want secrets to come out. And when you have the Monavelala working with you, this is the reason why it's so frustrating, because that's the game. They monitor everything you say. They watch everything you do. This guy actually showed that these birds, now they noticed that they weren't real. They're starting to show you these things. It's like, yeah, you're going into a police state now. And they're not going to hide it anymore. And they actually kind of coded it in some movies and cartoons. But now what was fantasy and fiction, or as they called it, will now become reality. So again, the word of the Mfumu came unto me, saying, Benan Muntu. That's how you say son of man. Now, they've been talking about Gaddafi. I found out his name means gift of God. What Allah is really Baal. So now you're going to see everything is connected. Why they went after him was because anyone who helps Jacob is a threat, or helps the Banabetu is a threat. They don't want to unify Africa because they know what that means. It's different than what you think. Okay? And they said, thus says Tatanzambi of Solomon, thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaani. Thy father was an Amorite and thy mother is an Hittite. Okay? Now, why is that significant? Okay? About her abominations. Okay? He's showing you the deception of the fact that this is why they don't want to show what the land of Canaan is, because the land of Canaan was the wealthiest place on earth. And as a nativity, in the day thou hast born, thy navel was not cut out, neither wast thou washed in water to supple thee, that hast salted all, nor swallowed at all. None I pitied thee. See, this is kind of why they do this in birthing now, and they don't tell you this is connected to this. To do any of these things unto thee, to have compassion upon thee, but thou wast cast out in the open field, to the loathing of thy person in the day that thou wast born. And when I passed by thee, I saw thee polluted in thine own blood. I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live yea. I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou hast increased and waxen great, and thou art come to excellent ornaments. Thy breasts are fashioned, and thy hair is grown, whereas thou wast naked and bare. And now when I passed by thee, I looked upon thee, and behold, thy time was a time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee, and covered thy nakedness. Yea, I swear unto thee, and entered into a covenant with thee, and said to Mfumu, and thou becamest mine. Okay? So now what he's showing is we were pagans and wicked, and his robe, or what they call the robe, but it's something else in Kongo. Let's see, robe. See, and this is the reason why when you get among the people who are being dishonest, you still have to wear the dress, and they're lying about it. Let's see. So now the real Mayamona, this is why you're going to have everybody chasing you away from me. Lili, Yanda, or Mvela. Okay, this is why we say Wanda Velela, Vela. You're covered. You have comforter. You're put in. This is when the covering of the Holy Spirit comes. Okay. So now, when he says, "Then wash thee," okay, I clothed thee also broidered work, and showed thee with badger's skin, and girded about thee fine linen, and covered with silk. I decked thee also with ornaments, and put braces upon the hands, and chain around. I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thine ears, and a beautiful crown upon thy head. Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen, and silk embroidered work. Thou didst eat the fine flour, and honey, and oil, and thou was exceedingly beautiful, and thou didst prosper in the kingdom. So what I'm going to show you, this is why they want to lie. Okay? They're making it look like the so-called people, we'll just say it like that, is who cast away their inheritance, and now the Christians have picked it up, or the Muslims have picked it up, or the Judaism is fighting it back for it. Okay? What you don't understand is this is the reason why they created this initiative, because this is talking about the Banabetu of Isolde. Now, when I say this, it creates riffles among the white community, because what this proves is the Bantu God is the creator. That's why people don't, or they also can say Indian and Native, because the tribal concept was Indian always from the beginning. But those who practice tribalism started with the Most High, the Tanzambi. Okay, it didn't start with Lucifer. He knows this. But he pretends his tribes are always what? No peace. And they have to go find what they need. The Most High's tribes were what? Always had what they needed, did not need to want, and was given things, and they did not have to suffer many of the other toils of the other nations. That's why the two umbrellas are so distinct, that the Lucifer has hidden his about how the people are now being deceived, that it's always been about the two temples. The temple of Cain is the deceiver temple. The temple of Nzambi is Nzambi is the righteous, but then you have those who are running back and forth. And what I mean is they're hanging out in the temple of the Most High and running to the temple of Cain. But then in the temples of Cain, they're telling you you belong to the temple of the Most High. And it's like, you cannot do both. Okay, that's the way they are making money off of the biggest lies they've ever told people, because they're using the fake science, they're using the fake technology, they're using all of these fake things because they're serving the false gods who hate the Most High. Okay, that's why the Anunnaki are sitting out there telling, I watched that video about what they said about Adam and Eve. I'm like, you believe this crap is you? We are so stupid. I'm like, that's not, no way. Okay, it's all because Lily is the runaway bride. That's why you practice that. That's where it comes from. She's the runaway bride. And then she made several children through Lucifer, and also what happened with the fall of Adam, that now you kind of want to call the Anunnaki deceivers. And they were black because of the mixing. They turned images through the concept of the wars that they were fighting. And they're lying about it. They're all magicians. So stop listening to these idiots, because the Tanzambi is the one that banished them off the earth. He is the one that did all these things. He has nothing to do with them. They are the ones who bring judgments. That's why they're lying to you about where these curses come from. Okay? They all work under Lucifer. Shut up with the stupidness, okay? The fallen angels are full of crap. Science and the religion they're teaching you all comes from the imposter. Nothing, the Most High did not make Christianity. It's a lie. That is the sorcerer. You don't want to believe me, in the next few months, you're going to find out, because we're already at the harvest. And they're going to realize, oh my gosh, we got it wrong. Okay? That's all they're waiting for, is for the harvest to be called. Then you're going to see who's who. All right? So now, that's what they're preparing for right now, because they know it's coming. That's what you don't understand. Everything's a distraction until the harvest. Okay, so now, and the garments, they take it and they deliver in colors. Thou has also taken their for jewelry and given thee in maddest images, and this commit whoredom with them, and tookest thou broidered garments and covers them, and thou didst set mine oil and incense before them. So basically what he's saying is, and we never learn to stop doing this. We're taking the things he gives us, and we're always giving them to Baal. Okay? So now, this is the lie of what they're going to talk about when we're referring to the deception of why sin is permitted. And they don't teach the scripture because they know if they did, you would know that you're cursed. But they made it look like you're blessed when you're not. So everything that you have received under the delusion that you're coming from the Creator when it's really coming from Lucifer, all of that has to be paid back. And then you're going to see that you were under an agreement. Because I told you, the devil will make hospitals. He will make food banks. And of course, Christians say, well, I don't believe that. Of course, because you've been taught Lucifer wrong. All your pastors know that they're full of it because they work for the beast. But they can't tell you that. The beast system is Rome, is Egypt. You're in hell already. Okay, there's different levels of the kingdom above, and there's different levels of heaven below. And on this plane is where they are both combined. And the problem is, in order to walk in the Most High side, okay, they're blocking you from that. They don't want you to see the kingdom of the real creator, because then you're going to realize you are so deceived, because it's not what you think. Okay? O eternal mighty one, wherefore thou is established that it should be so, that then proclaim the knowledge thereof. He said, we hear Abana. He was never called Abraham. This name was made up by Esau. He hated his grandfather. Understand that I say to thee, and answer me as a question, why did thy father Tala, see, Esau is the one that keeps putting this R in there, because his God is Ra, okay? And not listen to thy voice, and he did not cease from the devil's idolatry, and perished and his whole household with him. And he said, O eternal one, entirely because he did not choose to listen to me, but I too did not follow his works. And he said to me, hear, Abana, as the counsel of thy father is in him, and as thy counsel is in thee, so also is the counsel of my will in me, ready for the coming days. Before thou hast knowledge of these, see with thine eyes what is the future in them, how those of thy seed will be. Look into the picture. So he's showing Abana sin is permitted based upon your heart, because it's all about who do you choose, who do you listen to, what do you want to be about? Do you want to be on the side of darkness, or do you want to be on the side of light? You cannot be both. That's why when I tell people, and I've said this so many times, nobody is serving the house of Jacob like they think. Nobody. Very few are. The reason being is the Atlantis gods are telling you they don't exist. Yes, they do. The mermaids are wicked, man. I'm telling you, those mermen and merwomen, they are demons. You see what the lady said? They get on the earth and they walk around in the flesh. Yes, they do. And Anunnaki do the same thing, because they're reptiles. But what they need is melanin. They all need it. Lucifer needs melanin. Everybody, all of these, the fallen kingdom needs the melanin. Why? Because what did the Father say? To be separate from me means that you are the opposite. You are completely in the dark. They have conditioned the white race to hate the black race so that they can steal the melanin. That's the whole purpose of this. Okay? Because they understand it's a melanated creation. That's why they don't tell you the truth that there's more black people on the earth than white people. Because the ideology is Cain hates the image of the Father. That's why he put his image up there. Okay? But then there are those of us who claim to be for the black race, but really they're for Cain. That's why I said, if you're going to trust the Prince Hall Freemason, good luck. Okay? Because they're working for Cain. The Knights Templars are Cain. Okay? That's who they are. And the Catholic Church and all these other religions that you see out here, they are Cain. That's why they don't want to tell you that, because they know Cain is the god of Atlantis. He's King Atlan. Okay? This is this is all part of their deception. And the demons walk among you. You're already with the beast. The mammon is the dollar. Okay? Always was. And anything that's printed out in paper is also mammon. Because Tatanzambi is gold and silver. That's why it says in the scriptures, and you don't read it, you gave my gold and silver to who? Baal. So Tatanzambi, what you don't understand is the kingdom, Kongo is the center. He has the richest and the most powerful. Like I said, I listened to see how Angola ranks in the world when it comes to their government and their military. Do you realize that it was way more powerful than that? Do you understand that King Kongo, his nation, was the most powerful nation in the world? This is the deception. The Banabeto of Isolele were the most powerful kingdom on earth. That's why they don't want you to know that. You had the angels, you had the weapons, you had the war. You could use anything that you needed to use to conquer nations when it was called for. That's why when the Most High wasn't with us, we got our butts kicked. Yeah, we're getting our butts kicked now, but see, now we're fighting in everybody else's military but our own. America's living off of stolen technology. Don't get started on that. Okay? They're not going to tell you that. They're going to act like it's theirs now. They didn't make none of this stuff. They lied to the Europeans like crazy. Okay? Everything's off of stolen. I was listening to the Native Americans like, yeah, they know this because they lied about Native Americans. They had more stuff than you think. They ain't just riding on horses all the time and chasing the buffalo. Don't get me started on that. That's a big lie. Hollywood is ridiculous. All right. And I looked and saw, lo, the picture saw and emerged on his left side a heathen people. Now watch this. This is why they don't want you to know that, because the heathens are the Neanderthal. Those who came and were cursed because they came out of Atlantis. I'm telling you, the Anunnaki made you. You did not come from the greater. You come from the Anunnaki, and they made black people, they made Asian people, because if you do not come from the seed of Abana and Sakra Yakubi, because all the other nations were cut off, you were created by the dark side, and that's why they hated it when we taught our way to the nations and flipped you, even the Hamitic tribes and all the other tribes, because that's the way it was supposed to be. It's like, no, you're supposed to be under the Kingdom of Kongo and nTotila, not under Babylon. Yeah, the whole world's under Babylon. You just don't know it. It didn't go anywhere. It just made you think it did. Now it's different countries. It's a lie. Keep believing the idiots. The gods of Nimrod are still messing with your head. Freaking, sorry, it's ridiculous how these people don't see how blind they are. All right. And they pillaged those who were in the right side, men and women and the children. Others they retained with themselves. Lo, I saw them run towards them through the four entrances, and they burnt the temple with, where is the next part? Yeah, they burnt the temple with fire and the holy things that were there, and they plundered. So he's seeing how the Banabetu of Isolele, because we never, the Mzungu and the Mondele, you just think that this happened 500 years ago with slavery. No, this is a recurring cycle going way back. That's why I said stop listening to these witches and warlocks, because they need the melanin. When they go and they do sorcery and they do witchcraft and they do voodoo and they do these things, they lose the connection with the melanated God. And they now become under Saturn. It's a lie. So they need the melanin, so they got to keep making up stories in your head about stuff that the Most High doesn't do. When you are cut off, you need people's melanin. You got to, and the women are the easiest target. That's just the way it started. Okay? I mean, Lucifer targeted Lily. That's why it makes me mad, because she going to blame the Most High all this time. And it's Lucifer who did it. It's like, come on. Lucifer is the one that caused the runaway bride, not the Tanzambi. See, it's just frustrating. Everybody want to blame Tatanzambi, and Lucifer is the one tricking you, because he want to be all the glory, and he's mocking the Most High all the time. And I said, "O Eternal One, lo, the people that spring from me, whom thou hast accepted the hordes of the heathen of plunder, and some they kill, while others they hold fast as aliens." Why do you think you come from? We telling you, you come from the stork god. Hello. They put it in the cartoon with the stork Oh yeah, flying with the little knapsack. That's the spiritual stork god Anunnaki making you. The Igigi. GG now they call it. It's the same. Oh, but you come from this. You come from Adam. You don't. That's why they don't tell you in Jeremiah why it says, "Cursed be the mother who bore you." There's a Malia Makongo, which is really the Malia. That's why when Mama Ava messed up, Malia was the answer. She now consecrated what happened with Ava. Okay, Eve is the witch. The negative, that is the wicked side of Mama Ava when she ate the fruit, which was connected to the witch. Okay, but now she's going to stand out there and lie and tell you all kind of fake stories. And then when you don't do what she wants, she kicking your butt. Those who are rich, they know what she did to them. Don't give me no bad news when they did the movie The Wiz. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna curse you and your little dog too. All that stuff. You don't understand that that's the first woman that ran away from Tatanzambi because she listened to the idiot. Hey, but now she want to blame everybody else. Hey, stupid. Ridiculous. What thou has happened in the countless seed, anger, any reason of the human slaughter in the picture through the zeal of the temple, and thou sawest, so shall it be. And I said, Eternal Mighty One, may the works of evil and ungodliness now pass by, but rather those who fulfill the commandments, even the works of his righteousness, for thou canst do this. And he said to me, the time of the righteous meeteth them, first through the holiness flowing from the kings. Who are the kings? Who are the kings? This is the way that Satan, you are in a Game of Thrones on Satan's side. That the zombie don't need that. The King Kongo don't need this. All praises, hallelujah. This is what Toko Kimbangu, Mama Mafuta, anybody who really taught the truth is going to tell you the Most High don't need nothing from Lucifer. What are you thinking? He has nothing to do with him. Wake up. And now, because you never learned to stop being in debt, now everybody that I'm telling you right now, that debt that you see around the world where you see, like I showed you, the trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, it's time to cash it in. What they say, Uncle Bingo, time to pay the check, when the Joker was showing you that on Batman, because they're both Lucifer in that thing. That's the Batman is how Lucifer plays good, and the Joker is how he plays the bad. Same thing. The same crap that they did with you're still worshiping the gods of Olympus. If you don't think so, what do you think the days of the week are named after? That's really what they are. The days of the week are named after the days of the gods of Olympus, who then were incorporated into Rome. Rome never stopped worshiping the Roman gods, and neither did the protests. Stop being deceived. You never happened. The Eastern Orthodox people, they know the problem is they still doing it too. The Eastern Orthodox Church is still praying to Zeus, who's pretending to be the god of the 12 tribes. Baloney. Wake up already. You all about to be exterminated. I'm telling you, you ain't going to like it. Your children, grandparents, adults, everybody. The school system is from Olympus. But then they're going to tell you I'm the idiot. Of course, because they need the melanin for eternity. That's where you're going. They need the darker skinned races for all eternity when they're feeding on everybody for eternity. You don't get it. Okay. And he said the time of righteous meeteth from those issue men who care for the interest, as I have made known to thee, and thou hast been. How long? And I answered to the Almighty, hallowed hallowed by the power, Ngolo, be favorable to my petition. Why do you think the word petition really comes from? You realize that the concept of a petition comes from the prayer. Everything is like that. Petitioning. That's what a prayer is. Samba. Psalm. Most Christians don't even know what prayer is. Ask what is really prayer? What is it? They don't know. I'm telling you, they don't know. Oh, we're asking. Asking for what? You are asking for what? You don't even know what you ask. That's why Kusel Kongo had to say, before they changed his name and they rewrote all the, you don't understand the name that's sitting in front of you in these Bibles did not exist. St. Jerome did it. You think I'm lying to you? Wait till you get up. Wait till you see. Who? Matthew. Oh, where's the prophet Matthew? Who? Who's Matthew? Is that Matthew up here? No. Oh, where is Stephen? Huh? That's not how you say his name anyway. Oh, I want to see Andrew. Who? You're going to find out even when they say, oh, Ezekiel. Yeah. Who's Ezekiel? You know anybody named Ezekiel? That was not his name. People are going to be shocked. And then say, Almighty, hallowed by the power, be favorable in that petition, as thou hast brought up to the height, to make known to me. Just like they say, oh, I want to see John. Was there a disciple named John? No. You're going to be stupid, man. I'm telling you. Just like they go up there, where's Muhammad? Who? Muhammad? Where? Muhammad up here? No. There's no Muhammad up here. It's all that the zombie named his people buying a bed through names. You're going to be shocked. Okay? Everybody comes from Wakanda. That was the name of the, that's the secret name of the tree of life. The book of the Peep family. They beloved one as much as whether I saw for long. They beloved me as much as whether I saw them happen for long. And he showed me a multitude of his people and said, on their account, through their 4 issues, as thou sawest, I shall be provoked by them, and in these my retribution on their deeds shall be accomplished. But in the 4th outgoing of 100 years and 1 hour of the age, the same as 100 years, it shall be in the misfortune among the heathen. Okay, it shall be in the misfortune among the heathen. Okay, and he said, 12 years I ordained these ungodly age to rule among the heathen, and in thy seed, and that is what happened in 1485, the 12th hour. See, the Catholic Church is telling the Protestant Church deception because they ain't separated anyway. Oh, you're in you are experiencing all of the days of Noah, and this is the what do you call it? Wars and rumors of wars and all this stuff. I'm like, they lying to the Europeans all along. You're there to steal for Rome. That's it. That's what you're for. Everybody is stealing for Rome. Because Rome controls all the religions. Every last one of them. Because they know it's still Jupiter. That's what the missionaries are going to South America and to Europe and to and that's why you say, why are you meeting some resistance? Because they know you're a thief. Okay? Christianity is a thief. Islam is a thief. It doesn't matter if the leader said he's not a thief. The religion is. Judaism is a thief. Because everybody's a hypocrite. They are robbing the temple of Tatanzambi, and they know it. And don't come and tell me there's no homosexuality here, there's no homosexuality there. The Anunnaki make you do all kind of wicked things. especially black people, because they need the melanin. Because they're inside of you. That's the spirit. They operate inside of you. All right. That's the mermaid spirits. That's the sorcery. That's the witchcraft. You have made covenants. People keep talking about, oh, this person got saved. No, your ancestor way down the line made a covenant with a witch. So now later on, you say, oh, well, that didn't happen. Yeah, because you're going to see, they put it on camera. This woman came out of nowhere, and they finally slowed it down, and they saw her go quick. And they're like, whoa, she just saved that person. Yeah, that's them. Because they still have covenants in place. Now the Most High going to say, you can't save nobody. It's over. They're looking for them. They're looking for that time. They're ready. They're ready to eat. The dogs are ready to eat, man. You don't even know. Just like what happened to Jezebel, they're going to do the repeat for everybody. Leave your hands sitting there. I think they don't. You love Jezebel so much, now you're going to see what she felt like. And some people have already been going through that, and they've been hiding it. Okay. And I looked, and I saw a man going on the left side of the heathen, and there went out men and women and children from the side of the heathens, many hosts, and worshiped him. And while I was still there, it came out from the right side, many, and some insulted that man, while some struck him, and others having worshipped him. And he saw worship, and as Azazel ran and worshipped him, and having kissed his face, he turned and stood behind him. Okay? This is the goat god when they crucified Iesus. Kongo. Okay, so don't tell me that this is the apocalypse of Abraham. Don't tell me the Messiah didn't show up. It's a lie. Stop listening to the idiot sorcerer. Okay, Abana saw it, and he see the goat god involved, but he did not become the goat god. This is stupid. He did not become sin. The goat god is deceiving you. He became sinless. And the answer said, because that's the sorcerer. He became sin because he was sin. And he answered, here, Abana, the man whom thou sawest insulted the beaten, and again worship, that is the relief, and the heathen of the people who proceeded from thee in the last days in the 12th hour. So he's showing you the heathen were also involved in the crucifixion of the real temple. So then how did they replace us? Stop with the, you cannot be a light unto yourself. The pastors in these churches work for Baal. Stop with the mess. They're stealing from the temple of Tatanzambi, and he's going to destroy all of them. And you're going to go with them. So you keep talking about your rapture or the second coming of Christ and this. Yeah, you're going with Cain, and then he's going to do whatever he wants to do with you for all eternity. And then those who go, and it's going to be the wrath of King Kongo upon you because he controls Cain. Okay? And then at that point, now you're going to see who's who out here. Yeah, it's the countdown is in the 0 phase. We're almost there. They're just waiting. I'm telling you. Now, let me go down to the bottom. The punishment of the heathen and the ingathering Israel. This is why they did what they did since when they created the Masons 300 years ago. The Illuminati, whatever the heck you want to call them, the Kabbalah, I don't care. They created these people to interfere with this. This is why you have now what's called the Middle East. Okay? They ain't going to tell you the River Jordan was man-made. Okay? But we're going to go there. They know where the real River Jordan is. But while I was speaking, I found myself upon the earth, and I said, O Eternal One, I am no longer in the glory in which I was and on high. And what my soul longed to understand in mine heart, I do not understand. And he asked me and said, what is desired in thine heart, I will tell thee, because thou hast sought to me the 10 plagues. Now the 10 plagues are being taught to you by scientists as if it's just natural behavior of the earth. It's a lie. Okay? And have prepared beforehand at the passing of the 12th hour of the earth. And that's why they keep talking about the 12th hour, the so-called bibbity bobbity witch garbage that they put in the fairy tales, because that's who that is. The midnight clock. I'm late for a very important date. The stupid rabbit. And now you see why Flavor Flav was wearing the clock. Yeah, boy. Boye, kaka boye is a word that we use for somebody who was up high. Now he got you the opposite. Hear what I divulge to thee, and so it shall come to pass. The first, pain of great distress. The second, okay, here I will divulge to thee. The first is the pain of great distress. This is where you had a lot of slaughtering going on when they created the Gregorian calendar and the colonial powers went out and started to destroy the earth. See, that whole thing about when it says, I shall send out to conquer and to conquer, that seal broke a long time ago. They're making this stuff up for the heathen, man. They don't know the earth already been destroyed. You're going to see it. That's what Tatanzami said. I did it already. You're living in a big matrix. The second, conflagration of many cities. Yep, that's why you got police brutality going on. Why do you think the cities are having riots now? People are going crazy. You see law enforcement everywhere, run into all kind of incidents going on, accidents. You think these cities, this is why the cities continue to be the way they are. And it didn't just happen recently. Even the old cities that they destroyed and they knew were here, it was all still happening. Okay. The second, the third, destruction and pestilence of animals. So this is why they're covering up shark attacks, animal attacks. Remember, people watch the Ghosts in the Darkness, the two lions that started chomping people. Okay, tigers. You see bears mauling people. Okay, you see people getting attacked by dogs. You see, they now started to show that the cats are now starting to do some weird things. They're like, whoa, what's going on with my cat? Okay, this is all part of this because they're all spiritual beings. There's spirits on these animals. You're going to see their Egyptian gods attached to them. The Anunnaki can go into animals, people don't even think they can't. That's why you were worshiping them over there. All right. The fifth, the fourth, hunger of the whole world and of its people. This is famine. Okay, this is why, because they want to counter everything, they're giving you fake food. But the hunger is still there. So now you're going to see the true Hunger Games become after the 12th hour really strikes midnight. Hunger Games is coming. Now, he also says, the fifth, by destruction among its rulers. Okay, this is why you got rulers right now fighting each other over everything, killing each other. The Game of Thrones, this is what this is. They already knew this was going to happen. That's why you got Trump and the Democratic Party fighting each other. Yeah, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, this is why you see Congress over here fighting the parliament. You see them, they were brawling, man. They had another one brawling. They brawling, okay? They were brawling in the Taiwanese one. They were brawling over there. They even had they almost got into a brawl in Congress, but they covered it up. They don't put that video out. They started fighting, okay? They ain't going to show you that footage. Eventually going to come out. They were fighting, boy, because they know there's a lot of stuff going on, because they had fights in Congress in the past when you had the olden age. Don't think you didn't. Okay? Multiplication of hail and snow. This is why they created a meteorologist. Listen to the name. Meteorologist. Let me say it again. Meteorologist. This is how idiot you are, because these are the people that come when they did the movie Transformers, and you see these lights come falling down, boom, boom, and then they turn out to be what? Transformers. Okay? Stop listening to these people. They come from the Anunnaki coming down. We're done telling you you're worshiping the jackass. He the one coming down in the meteor shower. Oh yeah, here come that they say they open. They did in the movie. Oh no, Sentinel Prime, don't open the gate. These are them coming down here. Meteorologists, they work for the wicked Anunnaki. They know that they are the ones multiplying the hail and the snow. It come from, that's why they even now show the spaceship putting out all of this. The guy coded it. Why can't you breathe right? The spaceship putting out all kind of garbage in the air. And they even showed the one that could transform into a jet and then go back and transform into a jet and go back. They're shape-shifting aircraft up in the air. The military know. Lucifer is sitting there laughing at everybody because his pyramid turns into a jet, and then his pyramid turns into this, and then he go flying. Boom. Amun-Ra liar. And then he out here talking about, oh yeah, science is this, science is that. Go to school, learn how to be. You don't even know you're going to find out. You're learning Amun-Ra education. Be my guest to continue that. They're going to kill everybody. What? They just playing possum. Remember how they say play possum? Play good, play nice until we get to eat. Yeah, they're playing possum. That's why they don't want you to know. The eighth hunger and the destruction, they say the earthquake. Why do you think the earthquake, they come up with this, the plate tectonics. They showed you in the mockery with Power Driver and Transformer when he's doing his little thing, boom, boom, boom. I said, what is this? They put it in the cartoon that they're laughing at you. All of these things come from Godzilla. Go sit down somewhere. Yes, that's Lucifer. That's Belial. That's Bel, the dragon. Stop being under the puff, the magic, under the sea spell, sea serpents. All of these sea serpents that you see, the sea monsters, got you like this. Got you, your pineal gland messed up. And they're using all these agents. Yeah, remember Lucifer taught herbs too. People don't understand. And you're going to find out. He is pulling on people's emotions, and he knows how to do it very well because they got the spell that says, here, cry. Oh, be joyful. Oh, do this. Get angry. You're under the snap. They're doing the bibbity-bobbity all day long. That's why the lady said, yeah, we got to make sure we make accidents happen. We got to do these things. Why? Because you are being fed. You are the Edi. You are our word for food. Okay? In the 9th hour, punishment by the sword and flight and distress. In the 10th hour, voices and destructive earthquake. So now what we're heading into, this is the King Alfred plan. What it means is the whole world is about to go into a civil war. And I mean, it's going to be bad. So don't think they're just sending the people from Venezuela on accident. Don't think they didn't just make these gangs on... Dude, all of these brown gangs are made on purpose. Every last one of them. All the black people gangs are made on purpose. Yeah. Okay. All of these, gangs, and because it's mocking the word priest, Nganga, Nganganzambi, is to make the father upset that they have the Kohanim, okay, who are with the temple of Lucifer. They don't like none of you, okay? They don't care about nobody, not even their own people. They use them for however they see fit, okay? And they lying to them, okay? They know for a fact. They know for a fact that you worship Lucifer in every religion, but they're not going to tell you that because they're getting rich. That's why they need Africa to stay poor. That's why they need South America to stay poor. That's why they need all the whole world to be third world systems. They need to have a system where you have the rich and the poor, and then other places you have a middle class. Now it's going to be like this. Everybody is rich or everybody is poor. And then we're going to get rid of so much poor. We don't need all this poverty. Yeah, we have an answer for that. Okay, you're going to see their answer to poverty. And you're going to see their answer to all of the earth's problems. And we're going to fix it all. Yeah. Just cue the Jesus guy. Here come the blue beam. Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ came. Now, I know people talking about Simon Toko and Kimbangu, but there's no Kimbanguist or Tokoist who's affiliated with the secret society that's going to be a part of that kingdom. You fool yourself. That's why the sorcerer did it again. I told people, Masindisi said, I want many like me, not just one guy. That's why Toko said, I came to do the same thing. You didn't listen to me. We need many Mayamonas like me, not just one guy. The sorcerer is the one who wants to be the only one guy. And Lucifer going to keep tricking you to think that way. When Tatanzambi said, I want all my children to be like me. Hello? That's what Davidi said. Hey, we are all gods here. And now Lucifer got even my own family. I'm not God. What are you talking about? We are above the angels. You're not the God, but you are like him. What are you talking about? That's the slave mentality that Marley was talking about. His name actually comes from another fallen angel, Marley. Okay. They're giving you truth, but they're naming their children after demons you don't even know. Okay? Your children are getting named after demons left and right. You just pick a name. Oh, I like that name. Amy is a fallen angel. Go right ahead, keep doing that. This is how you stay asleep, man. The English language is the opposite direction of our Father. So there's no way he's speaking it. Quit deceiving yourself. The English-speaking people are not the Father's people. No way. We only have to communicate like this because one little island is now the dominant language of the whole earth. How do you think that happened? Oh, yeah, God blessed England. No, he did not. This is the thief. He come out to that place. There's a guy who did a video talking about how he saw he was chained. Who you think chained him? We did. But there were other demons out there waiting for this time. The Banabetu of Isolele, our job was to always to chain these false gods. Well, we the wardens, we let them out when we keep changing sides. That's why Tatanzami said the Bakongo people are supposed to be the warden, the judges, the people who are supposed to keep things in balance. And look what we always do. We give it over to Esau. Look how it goes. Esau is a very unfair judge. He will never judge fairly. He's a demon. That's why the court systems don't do it right. They never will. They can't. Amun-Ra's courts can never judge the right way. Now you're going to see America and all the other courts are all Amun-Ra, even South Africa, even Europe, everywhere. It's all Amun-Ra courts. It's not our Father at all. It's the temple of Solomon that's in Moab. Okay? So now what you're going to see in this next time, and I'm going to go over it, this is the emergency. It's coming. He talked about it, just like when they did the same thing in the Civil War where they stripped every black person from their power. You better believe it. And that's going to go worldwide. So don't think you're going to realize, oh, man, we made a huge mistake. It's going to be a war. Okay. It says, Rex 84B, short for Readiness Exercise 1984, Bravo. Why do you think it came out in 84? Go back to George Orwell, 1984. Because they already knew what was going to happen with Toko. And this is the same thing they incorporated over in Angola and Congo and all these places. All right. It was classified as a drill by the United States federal government to detain large number of United States residents deemed to be national security threats. Now, this has been adopted by the UN. The UN is saying anyone that is a threat to the UN is going to be under the emergency. This is why you're going to now see the UN take over the military. Yes. Okay, everywhere. In the event that the president declared a national emergency, the scenario envisions state defense forces among 500,000 undocumented Central American residents and 4,000 American citizens with the U.S. Attorney General, who will design national security threats. Let us see I'm trying to remember the name. It's the FEMA objective. It's the what do you say? Let's see who did Biden put in as the U.S. Attorney General. I can't remember the name. And I don't pay attention to none of that no more. So, U.S. Attorney General is my man right here. What's his name? I don't even remember. Merrick Garland. I want you to take a look. This makes sense now. His name is Garland. So he's the son of Judy. Garland. I guarantee he's related to Judy Garland. Remember Judy Garland played in the movie The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, right? That's the actress. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even realize his name. Look. Yep. She was Dorothy in The Wizard. Okay. So now he is the Wizard of Oz representative because the Wizard of Oz is really Lucifer, but we won't go there. So now we're going to go into. So now what's going to happen? All right. The existence of master military contingent plans, the Operation Guardian Plot, and similar exercises, Lantern Spike, was originally revealed by. Okay, so now, here's what they have done. And I know it was done on purpose. You see, Biden opened up all of the gate to let in the migrants. And you see how they had these called sanctuary cities, correct? Sanctuary, sanctuary. The murder, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay, it's all connected to that. Okay, so now the existence, master military contingency plan, operation with similar exercise, Lantern Spike, were originally revealed by Ron Rindenhauer, who summarized his findings in 1975. Counter Spy magazine started in 1981. The DoD and FEMA began a tradition of biannual joint exercises to test civil mobilization using the names Proud Saber and Rex 82. And in now Rex comes from the name of Bingo, Rex. And then the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I showed you, is really Lucifer. People don't even know. Dinosaur, my foot. 65 million years is a code 11. Revelation 9:11. They're going to the pit. 82nd Airborne Division from Fort Bragg in North Carolina under the night. Remember, Fort Bragg is a huge place. They're just talking about North Carolina. Oh, yeah. Now, under the cover of night and flying either to El Salvador or Nicaragua. Oh, El Salvador just happens. San Salvador just happens to be the new name of Mbanza Kongo. Oh, wow. The part of the exercise being coded Rex 84 Night Train. All aboard the Night Train. What song was that from? Way back in the day. Oh, yeah. Who wrote that song? All aboard the Night Train. Can't remember this. I think it was Count Basie. No, Night Train was from 1962. It was from James Brown. Oh, go figure that. You think James Brown wasn't also part of this? Yeah, he had his own stuff, but I'm telling you, it was all part of King Alfred at first. All right. Later than missing detentions, now FEMA has added the records of FEMA Director Louis Gilfreda and the Reagan advisor Edwin Meese, personally authorized by Ronald Reagan. The mass detention scenario was codenamed Rex 84 Bravo. It was modeled on 1970 Gilfreda Meese Reagan exercise in California known as Operation Cable Splicer. What do you think they're really doing when they go around putting stuff around your house? The plan was first discovered by a Christic Institute in 1984 and first in major newspaper reported Alfonso Chardy on July 5th, 1987, an edition of the Miami Herald. Possible reasons for such a roundup were reported to be widespread opposition to the U.S. military invasion abroad, such as if the United States were to directly invade Central America. The United States has already invaded Central America. I'm telling you right now, it's already did that. What do you think's going on in Venezuela? What do you think's going on in Argentina, Brazil? Hello? Okay. The FEMA role in Rex 84 branded Rex 84B was brainstormed by Lewis, was the ship arms to Contras in violation of the Boland Amendment. Okay? If you don't think that they still arming the gun runners down there, where do you think where do you think the cartels are getting the guns to shoot people? Oh, but then they also give it to the so-called police force. What is really going on? Okay. So now, when you look at this part of it, January 22nd, 2009. Mr. Hastings of Florida introduced the following bill, which referred to the Committee on Transportation Infrastructure in addition to the Committee on Armed Forces for a period to subsequently determined by the Speaker In each case for reconsideration, must provisions fall within the jurisdiction of the committee bill. A bill to direct the Secretary of Homeland Security to establish national emergency centers on military installations. Now, why would they do that? 2009. Funny that's the year some things changed for me. Okay, this act would be cited as the National Emergency Center Establishment Act. In a general accordance with the requirements of the Act, the Security Homeland Security shall establish not fewer than 6 national emergency centers on military installations. You saw the video where the guy was talking about Walmarts. Okay. Purpose of National Emergency Center. The purpose of National Emergency Center shall be used to existing infrastructure to provide temporary housing, medical, and humanitarian assistance to individuals and families dislocated due to an emergency or major disaster that they actually are part of, because they know Baal is the one doing this, to provide centralized locations for the purpose of training, ensuring the coordination of federal, state, and local first responders. Okay? So now, what are we saying? Lucifer creates the problem. He then tells you who is responsible for it. Then he gives you the answer to fix it. But the zombie's sitting there looking at you like you don't know what you're doing. The evil twin is out here telling you these things when it's part of the Bible against the people who worship him. So now, the ingathering of Isolele is what they have been fighting against. That was what Kimbangu came to prophesy and Musindisi, that the Tokwist responsibility was to go wake up Jacob. Okay, what happened there? Because in 2000, and I know what I saw something that Pastor Miller put, I get it, okay? But there was more to this that meets the eye. You don't understand who is stopping us is Atlantis. So they are the ones running this emergency. The deception is you think that they're on Toko's side when they're not. He even said this when he was there. I have enemies among me. Kimbangu said the same thing. The problem is nobody is a friend of the Most High that's there to rob and steal and lie about it. They lie on purpose. Every day they lie to you. They lie to you in your schools. They lie to you in your churches. They lie to you in your government. They lie to you in the military. They lie everywhere because everything was about the harvest. And the harvest was for everybody. Everybody to be under Cain. And nobody for the real creator. So now you're going to see what the Most High about to do. Okay? So in this next phase, the list is already there. You're going to see how the Father going to enact his protocol. You're going to see, America claims they have the most powerful fighting force in the world. Okay, you got Russia, China. You're going to see the most powerful fighting force in history. They keep talking about, it's the U.S. No. They don't want you to see the manifestation of the most powerful fighting force that ever existed, and that is the Kingdom of Kongo in spirit. They saw a taste of it with the Belgians. That was just a taste. They ain't seen nothing yet. They think they have developed enough technology to stop this. You have fooled yourself, because all of the technology that Lucifer is teaching these people comes from the Most High. And he got way more. Everything that Lucifer is teaching these people, the Most High got way more. This is what they don't get. The Anunnaki, he got way more knowledge than them. And he got stuff that's going to make you say, what the heck? I didn't know you could do that. Because we haven't gotten to there yet. You're going to see things Remember, Abana did not burn in the fire. People talking about my house on fire. You have the Holy Spirit, you don't burn. You don't burn. Go look at what happened to Shadrach, the one they want to call Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They threw them in the fire. They didn't burn. You're going to see this power manifest again. No matter what missile, no matter what bomb, no matter what they do, you're going to see people, they're going to be like, there's no way. We just unloaded clips on these people. See, what they have now done is they have made Jacob think, I got to fight carnally. That's your problem. When they did the deception of the turn the other cheek stuff. Because what you fight with are the angels. And when you fight with the angels, nobody going to stop you. It's not going to happen. They know that. There's nobody going to be playing taps for anybody when you fight with them. This is a lie. It's always the vampires who want blood sacrifice. They're the ones that taught people how to sacrifice humans. And you're still doing it today in these wars. Because you're sacrificing the vampires. Okay? So now the vampires are going to kill everybody. Especially the brown and black people. But the reality is it ain't going to be everybody like they think. You're going to see how the Most High are going to say, psych you out. Yeah, right. Okay? That's why I know they know the people who are not on the list, you done. You're over. That's it for you. But you want to keep, and the Most High was said, I gave you the opportunity to be on the people that are on the list. And the Christians are saying, oh, we're on the list. No, you're not. How can you be on the list worshiping Cain? Oh, and we're not worshiping Cain. Okay, you're going to see that they've been showing you with all the magician and magic stuff for the last, I don't know how many years, the magic shows, the abracadabra, all these things, 1, 2, 3, go to sleep, ABC. You have been under a spell for years. You are hypnotized. Everybody is hypnotized in ways you don't even know. My family is hypnotized. The whole world is under hypnosis. They're doing the clock like this over the whole earth. The thing that they do, the things that hit each other, that's going around the whole earth. Go to sleep. Sandman. They put in the fairy dust on your head. The parasites comes from eating Tammuz. Okay? The pig. And also the things that's eating the stuff in the ocean. You don't understand this. Okay? I'm going to end it there. How long did I go? Okay, I went only an hour and a half. Good, not 2 hours. But the reality is, we're going into, I said, this is going to be, I told you it's going to coincide. I mean, let me give you the connection. This is going to be, they just did another pagan festival over in the Catholic Church. Oh, Maria. No, that's Lilith, man. The Catholic Church had nothing to do with Maria Kongo. They're mocking us. They're mocking everybody. So now, you see, this is the calendar that they actually do operate under with the wealthy people. Yes. They're going into this whole thing with this whole woman right here. So now, when you go to the Babylonian calendar that they actually do follow, you're going to see they're going into the month. You see, July, August was actually, I told you who Gilgamesh is. That's your Jesus. Okay, and this is his mother right here. Right after that, okay, it's going to be August, September. We know that the September is really the 7th month. That's why it's Septi, and Agosto is really the 6th month. but they're calling it the 8th because your calendar is way off. Okay, because remember the new year started in March and May, but then they flipped it backwards because it started the springtime was the southern hemisphere because that's where Babylon used to be in Africa. Kush. Okay, around the equator. So now you see here, I was watching this video and they said Marduk created Eve. I'm like, man, you believe this? Yo, Marduk did not create Mama Ava. Go sit down somewhere, damn stupid. Yeah. So now, you see now we're going into this. This is the sun god. This is who they're getting ready for with the harvest. You're going to this guy. They're trying to stop the Chicago Cubs from winning the World Series. Oh, yeah. That's why they hate King Kongo. That's why they changed it. Oh, yeah, we got to go back in time. We got to change this. We got to, oh, no, we got to stop. We got to stop we got to stop Biff from getting the McFly family. Oh, yeah. No, Biff, the McFly family going to Biff. It's already done. He's gonna be already gonna take you. And if you don't want to go with Biff, you better come out of this witchcraft. I'm telling you now. We all better. Because they don't want us to be the nation you think. They're trying to stop the kingdom. They're not trying to bring the kingdom down. That's why they're trying to infiltrate everywhere to stop the real Maya. And like I said, the real Mayamona, the real high priest, when he come and start doing the stuff, oh boy, it's going to be bad. It's already started. They're so monkeypox. You see that I told you the Masons sit there mocking it. That's the wrath of the Messiah. When it says the wrath of the let's go to it. Yeah, now it makes sense why this guy is Garland. Hey, the Wizard of Oz is on his way. Stupid. Hey, I'm so glad I'm done with that foolishness. Let you keep following. Like I said, they've been coding stuff, even our own people, but they're still working for the Wizard of Oz, telling you. All right, here we go. What was I going to do? I wanted to do, I lost my train of thought. What did I say, Mrs. Bailey?
You're going to look up,
See, we're getting up there. Lost my train of thought. I was going to look up the. Why did I go blank? Oh, yeah. I was going to look up the connection with what's going to happen this next month. The wrath of the Lamb. My brain sometimes. All right, so when you go to Revelation 6, and you can let any pastor tell you this, Zeus is not the wrath. It's the wrath of Tatanzambi that you got to be worried about. They called into the mountains, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Mwana Dimeme. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? So now, the one you're going to be falling on the rocks and them to hide is from King Kongo and the high priest Isaiah Kongo, the General Thade. Stupid. Now, Mikaeli is all part of it. The Maliki, he replaced Lucifer as the first angel. But like I said, there's a difference between the ones on down here and the ones up there. Big time. Like I said, Micaiah said, he's like, if you become like Adama, we bow down to you. You become like Lucifer, we curse you. We bring wrath. You get in trouble. That's what they want. They want no one to have the inheritance, and that is the mission of the Masons. No one gets the inheritance, nobody. That's what they are really under. No one gets the inheritance of Jacob. We keep it away. Everybody gets destroyed. You think you're going to the Most High? You're not. They think they're going to get the piece of the pie. No, they're not. You're going to see what's going to happen. Okay? Let's get a song going. I think I had it. Did I turn it? Was it on the TV? Yeah, I think I had it up. I had it queued up. Let me get the song going. Anyway, like I said, that's the same thing that they did back in the 1800s when they took the black people out of their positions is going to happen again. Watch. And that's the whole agenda, is to remove all those people from power that are affiliated with what they're not telling you.
Look at the second place finishes for the driver of the team, Sheldon Creed. 10 second place finishes already. Still looking for that first win.
That's why they got all these sporting events that they keep just going along with the thing. Yeah, just keep going along. Okay, just keep going along until it's time. Again, I don't own the rights to this music. Anything that's been, it's for not redistribution of any kind. That's why the sporting events are going to go as go. They're going to keep doing the NFL. They're going to keep doing all these things. They're going to keep doing whatever they ever, because that's what the boule does. And now the boule is going to get hit upside the head, because now they're going to take down all the rich black people and nobody's going to have anything. It's all going to be taken away from them. All the rich black people are going to go broke, and it's going to be run by the rich white people. That's all part of it. You're going to see this. You're going to see this happen. They're all going to be stripped of everything, and brown people and all, Hispanics, Native. It's all going to be part of it. Like I said, you don't get it. The God that's here to save everybody is the one that everybody turned against, and they lied about it. Everybody's going to go broke. That think the beast is going to save them. Let's see. We'll dance a little bit. Hey, Yahweh. 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 It's not Israel. Hey, Yahweh. Hey, Yahweh. Hey, Yahweh. None of them Anunnaki gonna save nobody. Only Tatanzambi and Pulu. All praises, Kimball. I'll put the song in the chat, in the description. So the final word, and this is one of the things that we got to prepare for, because you really don't have any much time, and we're fighting this as we speak. So you're going to have, in the harvest, when it talks about the harvest, okay, you're going to have those under the Chrislam, because he has already hoisted the symbol. I've already seen it. The false Messiah, who was actually a Bantu. Okay, I told people that. He has already hoisted his banner. Okay? All of the secret societies know that it's the star of Saturn. Okay? So now that banner has already been hoisted. That would be all of those who believed the lies of Lucifer. Those who are chosen will fall under the star of Kongo, the real star. However, that's why Macendices talked about the workers of iniquity, meaning the people who proclaimed to be his, but really weren't. And their job was to devour the sheep and not feed them. Okay? This is going to be, you're going to find out who's who was actually there to devour the sheep and who was there to feed them. Okay? That was the whole job of everybody around the whole world between the two temples. The temple of Cain is going to devour the sheep. The temple of the Most High is going to feed them. Okay? That's why I told you they taught the world to do everything but feed the sheep, because they didn't give you the identity of who they are. They took it away, and they lied about the apostasy of the church. The apostasy is the 12th tribe. So now what Rome has done and what the Protestant church never switched is you are under Saturn. That's why he's going to tell you he's a planet. No, it's a lie. His educational system, all of this stuff is under that star. So you're going to have that star versus the Most High star. And that's going to be the way it's going to be split. He has already put up his banner. I've seen it. Okay? He is Simon the Sorcerer. So you're going to have those who are going to line up under him. And then you're going to have those who are going to line up under the original. And there's going to be all the people that was doing Kindoki, witchcraft, sorcery. And you're going to see the Most High, how he's going to split this up. And of course, they honestly believe that they're going to run interference for the whole thing. I'm like, watch what happens. It's going to be crazy. Okay? So all I'm telling you, yeah, keep messing with this so-called election, Russia versus Ukraine, all this stuff that's going on, who's on what side. Because the Father is right now inviting the United Nations is Lucifer Incorporated, and they are also working for the false Messiah, who you think looks like Jupiter, which is a lie. This is the sun god. It doesn't matter black, white, whatever he is. It's the sun god. And for those who are going to be affiliated with that, this is going to be the separation. But just like what happened with Solomon, when he made Lucifer build the temple, okay, this is going to be the deception. Yeah, you're going to be back under the Most High no matter what. And the only people who get into the holy city are those who are indeed on the list. You're not on the holy city, you do whatever you're told or wherever you get put in the kingdom, in the judgment, according to your works. This is why repentance is very important. Like I said, we all of us are suffering through a lot of food that's messing with us, through a lot of energy that's negative, and the Father's going to do something about that. Don't think that he's not. Okay? They're going to keep trying to run their interference and think that they're going to win. They've already lost. So when you see now with the emergency, they're going to strip every black person of their power. The UN is going to take down all their black leaders. Think that they're not. because only those who look like Cain will be in charge. You're going to see that. Only those who look like Cain will be in charge. The UN will become one entity. All governments, all forces, all military. This is what Putin was referring to, okay? And the concept is that is the one world government. That is the one world. That is the UN is the NWO. And they're going to be Rome's false messiah. It's all tied together. And they want to exterminate every black and brown person on the earth because that's going to be the mission. Under the guise. And it's all going to be for Nineveh. They're all going to be for Babylon. It's all going to be connected to that. That's who the UN works for, the god of Babylon. And his curse. Okay? Anyways, Zola Quingy and Sambo Lolo, get ready because they already started this. This is why we're in another race war. Why do you think black people out here defending themselves? All of your police forces are going to get turned over to the UN. Every last one of them. Your tribunals, your courts, everything. The Supreme Court, the Congress, everything's going to get turned over to the UN. That's global three. That's Agenda 2030. And the UN is controlled by the people above. It's game over. You're going to Hunger Games. We already told you it's game over because you pricked the evil twin. So now you're the UN's property. They're going to buy up all of the people who are in debt that the Most High don't pay off. You're going to stay under the UN, and the UN becomes the beast system for eternity. It was just here for a while. Now it becomes the eternity, and Kongo and all his people will be above that system because they twisted it around. They used the Bible to steal and the Quran and everything else. So yeah, all the Masons, the Eastern Stars, whatever you want to call them, they're the UN. They're going to transition to where now that is the government of the beast in the image of Zeus that's going to play both sides. All right. Zola Quingy, Sambololo, Ingeta, hallelujah.